Hi, everybody. So I just want to announce that I have just released my soundtrack to accompany my book. It's called Whose Life Is It? The soundtrack, and it is available on Amazon. However, it is not on this channel. I'm going to play the music, but if you guys want to stream it or listen to the songs individually, then you have to subscribe to my new channel. The link is in the description. And I'm going to be putting more content on that channel. I'm not going to be doing live streams or coming on there to give any commentary, but any type of music or art related to my philosophy in my book is going to be on that channel. So um, I would I would suggest that just so that you can get the information when it first comes out. So I'm not going to be on here doing any talking. I'm just going to play the soundtrack. So um, hopefully you guys will like it. I think there's a little bit for everybody. Um, I don't think I really did any country music, but anyway, I'm going to play the soundtrack. So I'm probably going to be doing things in the background. So just listen to it and post comments to let me know your feedback. All right, here we go.
Oh, a child is born. Hallelujah. A child is born. Praise be. Praise be. The angels sang the morning that you came into this place. Your mother held you crying, tears of joy upon her face. Your father stood there proudly, said this child will carry my name. And somewhere in an office, a number was assigned to your name. The hospital filed the papers, county stamped the seal, the government recorded a new asset in the deal. Oh, the joy, oh, the wonder, oh, the miracle of birth, a brand new soul delivered to serve the state on earth. Glory, glory, a child is born. Glory, praise the parents who answer the call. Praise them, not for the child, no, no, but for the gift they gave to the system, to the collective, to the master and the state. Glory, glory be glory. A new taxpayer, a new soldier, a new body for the machine that's been waiting since before they could dream. Oh, they'll dress it up in love now. Dress it up in family pride. Dress it up in legacy and joy they cannot hide. But follow all that joy now, follow where it leads. Past the nursery, past the cradle, past the childhood, into need. In the school where they are molded, in the citizens compliant, in the work the child, never the child. Glory, glory, a child is born. Glory, praise the parents who answer the call. Praise them, not for the child, no, 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 but for the gift they gave. To the system, to the collective, to the master and the state. Glory, glory, glory. A new taxpayer, a new soldier, a new body for the machine that's been waiting since before they could dream. Nobody asked the child. Nobody asked. Nobody said, is this what you want? Nobody held the door open and said, you can choose not to come. Nobody. The invitation was never sent. Nobody asked. The consent was never sought. Nobody asked. The child arrived in chains. Nobody asked. Dressed up in a christening gown. Another soul delivered to the service of the King, not the King of heaven. No, this King has got a flag, got a tax code and a courtroom and a boot heel on your back. Wrap the baby in the bunting, red and white and blue. The state is very grateful for the gift that came from you. Oh, the mother gave her body. Oh, the father gave his seed. Oh, the child gave everything that the system said it needs. A lifetime of obedience, a lifetime in the game, a lifetime paying tribute, and the parents bear no blame. Glory, glory, a child is born. Glory, praise the parents who answer the call. Praise them, not for the child, no, 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 but for the gift they gave. To the system, to the collective, to the collective, to the master, to the master, to the master. Glory, glory, glory. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise him, Lord. A new body, for the machine that's been waiting, that's been waiting since before they could dream. Welcome to the gift you never asked to give. Glory be.
Babe, I've been thinking about our future. Girl, you make me feel things I can't explain. When I look into your eyes, I go insane. I wanna give you everything, the moon, the stars. I wanna build a life with you, whatever that costs. And baby, I've been thinking about what we couldn't make. A little piece of you and me, For heaven's sake, we don't need to think it through. We're young and we're in love. Let's make a brand new person just because. Let's make a life slave, baby. Neither of us will ask it if it's okay. Let's make a life slave, darling. Just for us, someone to carry our name into the dust. We won't think about the car. No, no, no. We'll think about the world we'll bring them into. Baby, let's just feel good tonight and make somebody's involuntary life. I'll buy the little onesies, you'll pick the name. We'll post it on the internet for the likes and the fame. The baby shower's gonna be so beautiful and sweet. We'll celebrate the sentence of the soul we're gonna keep. And sure the world is burning, sure the system's rigged, sure we can barely pay our rent, but let's have a kid. We'll figure out the details, we'll figure out the cause. The important thing is how it feels right now. To us, make a life slave, baby. Neither of us will ask it if it's okay. Let's make a life slave, darling. Just for us, someone to carry our name into the dust. We won't think about the car. No, no, no. We'll think about the world we'll bring them into. Baby, let's just feel good tonight and make somebody's involuntary life. We'll tell them that we wanted them so badly, oh so much. We'll tell them it was love that made us lose our touch. With reason, with responsibility, with everything we knew. We'll tell them it was beautiful what we put them through. They'll thank us for the gift, baby. They won't. They'll say it was a blessing. They might not. It will feel so complete, so whole, so fulfilled, while they figure out the bill. Let's make a life slave, baby. Neither of us will ask it if it's okay. Let's make a life slave, darling. Yours and mine, a little taxpayer for the state's design. We won't think about the car. No, no, no. We'll think about the world we'll bring them into. Baby, let's just feel good. Feel good tonight. Feel good tonight. Involuntary life. I love you so much, baby. Let's not think. Let's just feel. It'll be fine. Probably. We'll figure it out. Won't we? You hate the system. You hate the government. You hate capitalism. You hate oppression so naturally. You had 3 kids. You post about the wage gap every Tuesday night. Hashtag the revolution. Gonna win this fight. The system is corrupt, the rich are out of control. Then you turn around and make another soul. Didn't ask the soul, didn't run it by the kid. Just did what your oppressed parents did. Congratulations, you're a freedom fighter now, with a baby shower registry and a mortgage somehow. You hate the landlord. Had a baby. You hate the boss. Had a baby. You hate the government. Had a baby. At what cost? You said the world is burning. Had a baby. Said the system's rigged. Had a baby. Said you couldn't afford to live. Then made a kid. Pass it down. Pass it down. Every struggle, every debt, every crown. Pass it down. Pass it down. You complained about it, so you passed it down. Monday you're on Twitter, capitalism is a plague. Tuesday you're at Target buying onesies for your babe. Wednesday you're complaining that the daycare costs too much. Thursday you're announcing that you're pregnant, oh my God. You said the school's indoctrinated.
Send your kids.
You said the food is poison.
Fed your kids.
You said the doctors can't be trusted.
Vaccinated your
Then
kids.
argue with the doctor about what the doctor did. You want the struggle, that's fine, that's yours to keep. But why'd you have to drag somebody out of sleep, out of nothing, out of nowhere, into your mess? Then act surprised when they're depressed. Pass it down. Pass it down. Yeah, every struggle, every day, every crown. Pass it down. Pass it down. Yeah, you come You marched for workers' rights in 2004. Now you're telling your son that he's gotta work more. You said the rich exploit the poor, and that ain't right. Now you're mad your daughter won't call home every night. You complained about your parents.
Became your parents.
You complained about the system.
Funded the system.
You complained about the government taking everything. Then trained your kids at a tax deduction in the spring. You said life is suffering. Said the world ain't fair.
Said I had a baby.
Said you're barely keeping your head above water. Then made an heir to the suffering, to the debt, to the system that you swore you were gonna dismantle before you hit the star. But it's legacy, they say. It's hope, they say. It's the miracle of life. It's a brand new day. It's my greatest achievement, my reason to fight, my little blessing.
Who didn't ask for this life?
Who's gonna grow up, pay the same taxes you hate, go to the same schools you said was the state, work the same jobs you said were exploitation, and post the same complaints to the same generation who will also have a baby and pass it down. Pass it down. Pass it down.
Can't help yourself.
Every system that you hate,
Pass it down.
every wage, every debt,
Pass it down.
every midnight existential dread,
Pass it down.
every therapy appointment,
Pass it down.
every why am I like this, every 3 a.m. crying on the bathroom floor. You packaged that up nice and made some more. You hate capitalism, you hate the government, you hate oppression, you hate the system. You have 4 kids. The cognitive dissonance is impressive, honestly.
There is a belief held sincerely by people who consider themselves spiritually advanced. It goes like this: before you were born, before you had a body, before you had a single neuron capable of forming a thought, your soul chose this. You chose your parents. You chose your suffering. You signed a contract in a dimension you cannot access, in a language you cannot speak, with a version of yourself that does not exist in any form you can verify. And therefore, this is your fault. Let me prosecute that.
A contract requires 2 conscious parties who understand the terms and can refuse. Where was the refusal clause in your soul contract? At what point did your soul have the option to review the terms and walk away? You cannot consent to terms you cannot read. You cannot sign without the capacity to refuse. A contract with no exit is not a contract.
It is a sentence.
Notice who benefits from the soul contract theory, not you. Never you. The parents benefit because if you choose them, they owe you nothing. Your suffering was your idea. You asked for this. The state benefits because if you choose this life, your chains are self-imposed. Your oppression is your curriculum. You selected this course. Every person who has ever used your suffering against you benefits from you believing. You asked for it. Notice that.
Notice it carefully.
This is the cruelest inversion in the history of human thought. Every other system of oppression admits it is doing something to you. The soul contract theory goes further. It says you did it to yourself. The parent bears no moral weight because you choose them. The state bears no moral weight because you choose this life. This doesn't just excuse the perpetrator, it makes the victim the architect of their own victimhood. There is no accountability left for anyone but you
and you don't even get to remember signing.
The soul contract theory takes the one thing everyone agrees you never had a choice about being born, and relocates that choice to a dimension that cannot be examined, a moment that cannot be remembered, a self that cannot be questioned. It is the parent saying you wanted this, with the universe as cosigner. It is the state saying you chose your chains with God as the notary. And if you are suffering, the soul contract has an answer.
You chose this for your growth, not their accountability, not the system's failure. Your growth, that is not spiritual truth. That is gaslighting with a chakra attached.
You did not choose your parents. You did not choose to be born into a system designed to extract from you.
No version of you existed to make that choice. No contract was signed. You arrived involuntary, unconsenting, and the world said, welcome. You owe us. The soul contract is the oldest con in the universe, the one that makes you responsible for everything that was done to you.
I never signed the contract, never shook the hand, never swore allegiance to this flag or this land. My parents made a choice and handed me the bill, told me I was free while they were bending me to will. You can't alienate what isn't yours to give. You don't own your children, you don't own how they live. The moment that you handed me the Caesar and the state, you forfeited the right to call what you did love, that's hate. I never said yes, never gave you this. You built your throne on violence and called it law. I never said yes, take a look at this. A system built on force was never mine at all. The only thing that backs your authority is guns. Strip away the ballot box and show me what it runs on. Majority will is just a mob with better branding. 51% don't make my rights up for expanding. My liberty was never on the table for a vote. You don't put my personhood to poll, you don't get that no. Democracy was built to shield the man from what you're doing, not to hand a crowd a lever and let them start pursuing. I never said yes, never gave you this. You built your throne on violence and called it law. I never said yes, take a look at this. The system built on force was never mine at all. You say reform it, I say show me how. Every lever that I pull is still your lever now. The system isn't broken, it is working as designed. Extraction needs a body and it always needed mine. The individual is not a cell inside your beast. The state exists to serve me, not the other way to cease. If you cannot protect my interests, you protect nothing real. The collective is a fiction and the fiction has a heel. It cannot be reformed because the right is in the root. The Constitution, common law, it all puts on the boot. Different parties, different faces, same machinery of force. Same demand that I keep living on their terms and their cause. Dismantle it, not patch it, not elected better men. I vote harder, not petition, tear it down and start again. Not with flags and not with anthems, with the truth said plain and loud. No one owns me, no one born me into someone else's crowd. I never said yes, I never will, I never will. You can call it civilization, I call it what it is, a chain dressed up in somebody else's will. You ain't signed nothing, but you owe him everything. Born into a contract written before you could speak. Mama had her reasons, daddy had his needs. Now you're working 40 hours just to cover their fees. State steps in and says, son, you belong us. Democracy's a option and you came with us. Capitalism smiling while it's dressing up the chains. Different names, same game, distraction, all the same. Oh, live for me, work for me.
Die on my timeline, not yours. Live for me, breathe for me. The cages always had your name on the door. None of it was yours. None of it was ever yours. None of it was ever yours. Yeah. Your parents made a choice you never gotta make. Brought you to a banquet where you're always on a plate to call it love. They'll dress it up in legacy and blood, but a debt you didn't author is a debt that ain't yours. The vote they gave you choosing which boot on your neck. Democracy needs bodies, needs the labor, needs the checks. The market sets the price and then it tells you that it's fair. Self-ownership is theoretical when they own it. Yeah. Live for me, work for me. Die on my timeline, not yours. Live for me, breathe for me. The cages always had your name on the door. None of it was yours. None of it was ever yours. None of it was ever yours. Every legitimate arrangement you could walk away. Every real contract both parties ever say. You locked the exit, called the locksmith civilization. Built a holy story around a hostage situation. I didn't ask to arrive. You don't get to decide when I leave. You want the taxes and the labor and the consent. Tell me what you're offering me. Live for me, just live for me. Like the debt was yours to carry from the start. Live for me, or be honest. Never needed my consent, just my heart.
I spent my whole life auditioning for a role you wrote. Every decision I made was measured by your vote. Your legacy, your name, your reputation on my back. I carried what you handed me and never once talked back. You needed a son to make you feel like a man. Needed someone to point at, say that's part of my plan. I was the proof that you existed, that your bloodline meant something. You got everything you wanted, I got promises and nothing you took from me. Every year, built your empire on my back and disappeared. You took from me, said it's yours when I'm gone, but you were lying to my face the whole time. The whole time, the whole time, the whole time, the whole time. Yeah, the whole time. You dangled the inheritance like a leash on my neck. Every time I almost left, you pull me back and check. Stay close, be loyal, do right by the family name. I bent myself in half, trying to win a rigged game. The pleasure that you got from being someone's father, the status, the pride, did any of it bother you at all? Did you ever once consider what it cost to be the son of a man who had already planned a double cross? You took from me. Every year, built your empire on my back and disappeared. You took from me, said it's yours when I'm gone, but you were lying to my face the whole time, the whole time, the whole time, the whole time, the whole time. Yeah. And the worst part is I couldn't even confront you. You died with the lies still warm inside your mouth. I found out from a lawyer in a fluorescent room while you were already underground, heading south. You got the legacy, you got the pride, you got the years. You got a son who showed up, who swallowed all his fears. You got everything a father could extract from a child, and you took it to your grave smiling unreconciled. That's not fatherhood, that's a transaction with no receipt. You enriched yourself on me and called it love, and called it love. I don't grieve you, I audit you. Line by line, year by year. What you took, what you promised, what you never made clear. You procreated for yourself, the philosophers are right. A selfish act dressed up in legacy and family pride. You needed me more than I ever needed you. The sun was always just a means, never the point, it's true. And now I'm standing here with a life I never chose, holding the debt you created in an inheritance that clothes you took from me. Every you took me, and you left me with the bill. Took me, even dying was for you. I'm still here, paying still paying. Took me,
so bad, then act like it. You stand at your pulpit, telling me life is a gift, but gifts don't come with invoices. So explain me this. You voted against my exit, signed your name on my chain, so every bill I'm paying now has got your name. Rent is due on the 1st, medicine don't come free. You believe in my life so strong, then put your money where you agree. Talk is cheap, honey, always has been. You can pray for my soul from your comfortable skin, but I'm the one bleeding, I'm the one here. If my life serves your conscience, then my life's your bill to clear. Pay up, if you want me to stay. Pay up, you don't get it both ways. You can't lock the door and leave me with the cost. Can't call yourself my savior while I'm counting what is lost. Pay up, ooh, pay up. You want my life, then pay for it. I didn't ask to be born into your moral code. Didn't ask to be the burden that you voluntarily chose. You say life is sacred, say it's not mine to take, but sacred don't pay the rent, and prayers don't fill my plate. Every day you keep me here against my own will. It's a day that you owe me. Come on, foot the bill. You want the comfort of knowing I'm alive, and comfort ought to cost you something more than just a drive-by. Talk is cheap, honey, always has been. You can share your opinion from where you've always been, but I'm the one suffer, I'm the one here. If my life serves your agenda, then my life's your debt to clear. Pay up, if you want me to stay. Pay up, you don't get it both ways. You can't lock the door and leave me with the cost. Can't call yourself my savior while I'm counting what I've lost. Pay up, come on now, pay up. You want my life, then pay for it. I am not your symbol, I am not your cause. I am not the poster child for your convenient loss. You use me for your platform, use me for your peace. Use my suffering as the reason that your conscience got released. But I'm still here, still carrying what you decided I should carry without ever asking me. So if you love me so much, show me. If this life is such a blessing, own it. If you need me breathing, find it, hold it, carry it. 'Cause I am done carrying for you. Pay up, that's right. If you want me to stay, if you want me pay up, yeah. You don't get it both ways. You can't lock the door and leave me with the cost. Can't call yourself my savior while I'm counting what I've lost. Pay up, ooh, Lord, pay up. Come on, you want my life, then pay for. You want me here? Talk is cheap, baby. Pay up. You owe me. You made the choice in the dark, didn't ask, didn't wait. Brought me crying into a world you decided was great. Wrapped it up in a blessing, call my chains a gift. But a life I never wanted is a way not to live. You got the joy, you got the pride, you got someone to carry on your name. But I got the bill, I got the years, I got a sentence with no end and no claim. So what do you owe me for the life you chose, for the door you locked that nobody knows? You can't give me back what you took that night, but you owe me something for this borrowed life. What do you owe? What do you owe? I learned how to smile so you wouldn't feel bad. Learned how to be grateful for everything that I had. But gratitude is easy when the gift was asked for. You don't give my thanks for a life I never signed for. You got the love, you got the warmth, you got somebody calling you by name. But I got the debt, I got the cost, I got a world that tells me I'm the one to blame. So what do you owe me for the life you chose, for the door you locked that nobody knows? You can't give me back what you took that night, but you owe me something for this borrowed life. What do you owe? What do you owe? I'm not saying I hate you, I'm saying you chose for me. Before I had a voice, before I had a say, before I even knew what it meant to have a choice, you satisfied yourself and handed me the cost. And every year I carry it is a year of mine you spent. So what do you owe me for a will that was never mine, for a world I never entered on my own terms? For every year of silence, every year I swallowed it down. You owe me more than sorry, you owe me more than love. You owe me the truth that what you did was never for me. Ooh, what do you owe? What do you owe? You locked the door and kept the key. Losing your house, you're watching your body break down. The state is bleeding you dry. You're alone, you're in pain, real pain, rational pain. Have you tried calling 98?
I told you about the rent, you said call a hotline. I told you about the debt, you said call a hotline. I told you about the diagnosis, the prognosis, the declining. You not a real concern instead, have you tried calling the hotline?
Like a number on a screen is gonna pay what I owe. Like a stranger on a phone is gonna stop the landlord's notice.
Like talking to a volunteer for 40 minutes at midnight is gonna fix the actual thing that's making my life not worth the fight. Just call a hotline, that'll fix. Just call a hotline, they really care. Just call a hotline, so I can feel like I did something without actually being there. Just call a hotline, problem solved. Just call a hotline, wash your hands. Just call a hotline and pretend that you're not the reason.
I needed one.
I'm not depressed, first I'm responding rationally to a situation that is actually systematically designed to grind me down, spit me out broke. And you wanna reframe that as a cry for hope? No, my bills are not a symptom, my pain is not a mood, my oppression is not something a crisis counselor subdues. You didn't wanna fix it, you wanted to feel clean, wanted the appearance of having intervened. So you handed me a number, checked the box that says you tried, then went back to your life while I stayed inside mine. Just call a hotline, that'll fix. Just call a hotline, they really care. Just call a hotline, so I can feel like I did something without actually being there. Just call a hotline, problem solved. Just call a hotline, wash your hands. Just call a hotline, and pretend that you're not the reason. I needed the hotline. Can't stop me from aging, can't reverse what the body does, can't walk me through a healthcare system that was never built for us. The hotline can't repeal the law that took my choice away, can't write a check for what the state extracted yesterday. Can't fix the thing you broke, can't fill the thing you emptied, can't get back what the system took and called it for my benefit. The hotline is not a solution, it's a referral to a referral to a waiting list, to a voicemail, to a volunteer who's also barely holding on, reading from a script that assumes I just need to talk, like my problems are a feeling, not a fact, not a system, not a choice you made that I'm still paying for. You assume I'm irrational, assume I'm just depressed, assume if someone listens I'll forget about the rest. You pathologize the rational, medicate the sane, call it a disorder when I accurately name my pain. I don't need to be talked down, I need the thing that's on my chest lifted, actually lifted, not reframed to something less. Don't tell me to breathe through it, don't tell me to sit with it, don't tell me that it gets better when you're the reason that it isn't. You want me stable enough to keep paying what I owe, functional enough to service every system that says no to my autonomy, my dignity, my right to make my own calls. So you hand me a hotline number and call me carrying it all. Just call a hotline. I call. Just call a hotline. They listen. Just call a hotline. My rent is still due. My body's still breaking. The stage still owes me, and you still did nothing. Check the box. Just call a hotline. Sleep at night. Just call a hotline. Tell yourself you tried, and tell yourself you tried.
I am not depressed. I am responding to real conditions with real consequences that a phone call cannot fix. The hotline is not care. It is the appearance of care designed to protect you from the cost of actually caring. There's a difference, and you know it. Call me when you're ready to do something real. Selfish, yes. Rationally selfish. Let me tell you what that means and why it terrifies you. You can't extract from someone who knows exactly what they're worth. That's the problem, isn't it? You want my time, bring something to the table. You want my energy, let's make sure the deal is stable. You want my loyalty, then show me yours first. You want me in your corner, then get there when it hurts. I didn't come here voluntary, didn't sign your social lease. I exist against my will, so I owe you nothing least of all the sacrifice you've been trained to expect from people who were born into a system built on death. Altruism is the kind they run on the productive mind. Give until you're empty, then give the rest to mankind. I didn't author the arrangement, didn't agree to the terms, so don't come to me with duties that I never agreed to earn. Rationally selfish, that's right. Not guilty, not ashamed. I know exactly what I'm worth, and I know who gets my name. Rationally selfish, read the terms. Mutualism or nothing at all. You support my liberty, or don't come to me when you fall. You will not extract, but you won't defend my freedom. You want me present, but you're absent when I need them. You want my labor, but you voted for my chains. You want my kindness, but you celebrate my pain. You built your happiness on what you take from me. You're not happy on your own, you're happy at my expense. See, that's the part you never say out loud. Your joy requires my misery in the crowd. You don't get to fill yourself by emptying me out. Fuck your causes, that's what this is about. Rain said it plainly, and I'll say it again. Your need is not a claim on what I built and what I've made. The productive mind is not a resource to be flamed. me for shit. Rationally selfish, that's right. Not guilty, not ashamed. I know exactly what I'm worth, and I know who gets my name. Rationally selfish, read the terms. Mutualism or nothing at all. You support my liberty, or don't come to me when you fall. Let me explain something they never want you to see. They tell you to live for others, but you already exist because of others. Because someone made a choice you never got to make and handed you the bill. You didn't ask for that either. So now they want you to live for others on top of already living. Because of others without your consent. Debt stacked on debt, extraction on top of extraction. And here's what they really mean when they say live for others. They mean live for us. Specifically, conveniently, their happiness doesn't exist in a vacuum. It requires your compliance, your sacrifice, your silence. They are happy because you are not. That is not community, that is not love. That is a parasite that learned to speak in the language of virtue. Fuck your greater good, fuck your causes. Fuck every system that needs my suffering to sustain itself. Rational selfishness is the only antidote. Know your value, protect it, give it only where it's honored. You cannot extract from someone who knows exactly what they are worth. That is why they hate this. That is why they need you to believe that selfishness is a sin. Because the moment you stop believing that, the extraction ends. You don't support my freedom, I don't support your cause. You don't stand for my existence, then don't expect my applause. When you come knocking at the door, what I built. Don't trust the extraction up in obligation and guilt. They wanna manipulate, wanna pull the strings. Make me do what serves them while they offer me nothing. Trust it up in duty, trust it up in love. Trust it up in God and country and the greater good above. Fuck the greater good, strip the costume off. And here is what remains. You want what I produce, and you want me to pay for the privilege of being used. Fuck your causes, I'm done being used. I am a sovereign individual who finally understood. You were happy because I was not bad, and today rationally selfish, always was. Not guilty, never will be. I am the product of every choice I made for me. Rationally selfish, terms are simple. Fuck your causes, fuck the greater good. Bring value or bring nothing at all. You stand for my liberty, I'm there. You don't, that's what closed doors are for. You built your happiness on my misery. You call my suffering your greater good. You attracted everything and called it love. I understood, don't ask me for shit. You were taught that selfishness is a sin, that your life belongs to others, that need is a claim on your effort, that their happiness justifies your suffering. It doesn't. Their happiness built on your misery is not happiness, it is theft. Emotional theft, economic theft, existential theft. Rand said no, I say no. You cannot extract from someone who knows they are worth. Y'all.
You slide into my mentions with your unsolicited truth. You already can, like that's supposed to help me like I never knew. You wanna debate, but you don't want a solution. You want me performing my pain for your amusement. You assume I'm not serious, assume it's for attention. Assume if you argue long enough, I'll forget what I mentioned. I am not looking for attention, I am looking for a right. Those are not the same thing, no matter how you spin the fight. You said go to another country, like I should have to flee to exercise a right over my own body. Either I own my life or I don't. Which one is it? Say it to my face, say it. You already can. You think that's an answer, you already can. You think that's kind. No reasonable person chooses a cliff over a clinical depth, and you know that. So if you take away the dignified option and leave me the violent one and call that a choice that is forced, and you know that too. You can rob a man at gunpoint, telling me he had a choice. He could've taken a bullet, does that make it not forced? The gun doesn't disappear because an alternative existed. The coercion doesn't vanish because you can point at the cliff and say technically no reasonable person accept that logic in any other context. But the moment I raise it, suddenly everyone's a philosopher. Suddenly everyone has opinions about a life they don't own, about a body that isn't theirs, about a decision that was never up for debate. You say go to another country, like I should have to flee to exercise a right over my own body. Either I own my life or I don't. Which one is it? Say it to my face, say it. You already can. You think that's an answer, you already can. You think that's kind. No reasonable person chooses a cliff over a clinical death, and you know that. So if you take away the dignified option and leave me the violent one and call that a choice that is forced. And you know that too. Let me address you specifically, the one typing the response right now. You are not engaging in good faith. You are not here to change anything. You showed up to perform concern, to feel like you did something while doing nothing. You don't support my right. Fine, say that, own it, but don't hide behind. You already can, like it's an argument, like it's compassionate. Like pointing at a cliff is the same thing as supporting my dignity. If I own my life, you have no opinion, you have no standing, you have no seat at this table. Your feelings about my death are not my responsibility. Your comfort is not my problem. You do not own me. And the moment you act like you do, the moment you tell me to debate, to wait, to go elsewhere, to perform my sincerity for your satisfaction, you have told me everything I needed to know about whose life you think this is. You already care. I already know. That's not the point. Either I own my life or you do. Pick one and say it out loud. Because if I own it, your opinion is just noise. And if you own it, then stop pretending this was ever about me. You already can. I know, I've always known. The question was never whether I could. The question was whether I deserve better than a clip. And your answer, dressed up in concern, wrapped in debate, hidden behind suggestions of other countries and other options. Your answer was no, just say no. It's more honest than you already can.
The state gets its power from you. Every badge, every gun, every law. You authorize the violence with your ballot and your all, but you don't even understand the weapon in your hand. Your children playing with grenades, making demands you can't command. You wanna be controlled, can't imagine governing yourself, so you vote for someone else to make your choices, run your health. And because you can't handle freedom, cause you need a master's hand, the rest of us are shackled to your incapacity to stand. You wield the state's violence, but you're ignorant and unfit. You don't know what you're doing, don't understand the power you commit. You can't be free, so none of us can. You need control, so you control every man. You vote with the violence you don't comprehend. You're unfit to wield the power you defend. The state gets its legitimacy from your hand, but you're too weak to govern yourself, so you enslave the land. Because you don't want freedom, we all must live in change. You're the tyrant and the slave, the public unfit to reign. You don't want autonomy, it terrifies your soul. You need someone to tell you how to live, what's your role. You can't make decisions, can't take responsibility, so you vote to build a cage and lock us all inside with your democracy. The founders feared the mob and they were right to be afraid. Not because you're evil, but because you're slaves who vote for raids against anyone who wants to live outside your fear. You can't handle being free, so freedom must disappear. You authorize the violence, but you don't understand the cost. You're wielding thermonuclear weapons while you're morally lost. You can't be free, so none of us can. You need control, so you control every man. You vote with the violence you don't comprehend. You're unfit to wield the power you defend. The state gets its legitimacy from your hand, but you're too weak to govern yourself, so you enslave the land. Because you don't want freedom. We all must live in chains. You're the tyrant and the slave, the public unfit to reign. You don't know what to do with freedom, so you voted away for everyone. You're ignorant of the power you wield, but you wield it like a loaded gun.
You want daddy government to tell you what to think, what to say, and because you can't govern yourself, the rest of us must obey. You're the majority in democracy, the source of the state's legitimacy, but your children playing with power unfit for the authority you decree. The state doesn't oppress you, you oppress through the state. You vote for the violence, you authorize my fate. And the cruelest part, you don't even know what you're doing. You think you're participating while freedom you're removing. You can't handle autonomy, can't make decisions on your own, so everyone must be controlled because you can't be left alone. You don't apprehend the authority you can't bear. You're slaves who vote for slavery and call that system fair. You can't be free, so none of us can. You need control, so you control every man. You vote with the violence you don't comprehend. You're unfit to wield the power you defend. The state gets its legitimacy from you, but you don't know what to do with the freedom you were given, so you vote to chain us too. Because you can't govern yourself, we all must be enslaved, yeah. You're the public, the unfit wield of the power that you gave. Ignorant and wanting change, you vote to control us all. The natural slave, the natural rate, majority way. You don't wanna be free, so freedom must die. You're unfit to wield this power, but you wield it anyway. The state gets its legitimacy from you, and that's the tragedy. Democracy put power in the hands of those too weak to let us be.
Aristotle said it plain. A slave is living property, a tool that happens to breathe. And these walls were built the same. The slave codes made it law. The master must provide for the property he owns, but you abandon that clause. You own me, but you won't feed me. You cage me, but you won't keep me. A derelict master, violating your own code. If I'm your living property, then maintain what you own. You can't claim my life belongs to the state, then leave me dying alone. The slave codes had one mercy, masters fed their human tools. But you modernize the system, I'm your slave who pays for you. I exist for your benefit, not my own. Glucksberg said so. The value of my life to others means I can't be let go. So if I'm your investment, your community asset to keep, then you're a derelict master, and your hypocrisy runs deep. Justice Stevens wrote it down, the state has an interest preserving every benefit that a human provides. Ideas, affection, memories, material contributions, not for me, for the community, not my autonomy. The dividends on capital equipment that produces till it ends. You extract my labor, you harvest my relations, you profit from my suffering, call it social obligations. If I'm your living property, then maintain what you own. You can't claim my life belongs to the state, then leave me dying alone. The slave codes had one mercy, masters fed their human tools. But you modernize the system, I'm your slave who pays for you. I exist for your benefit, not my own. Glucksberg said so. The value of my life to others means I can't be let go. So if I'm your investment, your community asset to keep, then you're a derelict master, and your hypocrisy runs deep. Rousseau told the truth you hide. The citizen is no longer judge of the dangers the law makes him face. When the prince says die for the state, he ought to die. But Aristotle's master knew property must be maintained. You can't work a tool to death without replacement or refrain. You get my labor, you get my tax, I fund your wars. You get my compliance, I legitimize your laws. You get my children, future inventory for your cause. You get my ideas, intellectual property you claim. You get my affection, social capital in your name. You get my memories, cultural continuity maintained. You get material contributions while I absorb the pain. And when I'm broken, when the machinery fails, you call me mentally ill and throw me in a cell. No maintenance, no upkeep, no obligation to repair. Just extract until I'm emptied and act like you don't care. You're a derelict master, violated your own creed. Even slavers knew their property had to be housed and fed. But you found a better method,
Make the slaves pay their own keep. Call it freedom and democracy, while you profit from my grief.
I exist for your benefit. The court made it crystal clear. The value I provide to others means autonomy disappears. So provide what you owe me: universal health care, housing, food. Or admit you're just a derelict master who abandoned his servitude. You can't have it both ways. Own me or release me. Maintain me or let me leave. But this negligence is slavery, with extra steps and cruelty. Derelict masters, breaking your own code. Derelict masters, I'm carrying your load.
They wear robes, they speak in Latin, they cite precedent in careful measured prose, and they have systematically dismantled every constitutional protection you thought you had, not out of ignorance, out of intention.
Judges are not neutral arbiters, they are philosopher kings. Unelected, unaccountable, armed with the most dangerous weapon the state possesses. The pen that makes oppression legal. When the state cages you, the judge doesn't ask whether the caging was just the judge asks whether you have standing when the officer beats you. The judge doesn't ask whether it was constitutional. The judge asks whether the right was clearly established. The violence disappears in judicial opinions. What remains is procedure, doctrine, the careful architecture of your defeat. They are not failing to protect you.
They are protecting the state from you. You were told you have the right to petition for redress. The First Amendment says so. What they didn't tell you, the forum itself is the trap. The moment you enter it, you accept judicial authority. You submit to rules that favor the state. You allow judges, state employees to decide whether the state violated your rights. And when you lose, the system points to your participation as evidence that justice was done. The forum doesn't exist to give you justice. It exists to manufacture the appearance of justice for predetermined outcomes. That is its only function. The Constitution contains no grant of immunity to state officials. Read it, find it, it is not there. Qualified immunity invented, absolute prosecutorial immunity invented, sovereign immunity invented, judicial immunity. Judges protected themselves first, most completely, without apology. They wrote their own immunity with their own pens in their own courts and called it law. The 7th Amendment, your right to a jury trial, eliminated through summary judgment. The 9th Amendment, unenumerated right shall not be denied, rendered invisible, a nullity as if it does not exist. The 13th Amendment, involuntary servitude prohibited, gutted. Anything labeled a civic duty escapes scrutiny. Amendment by amendment, clause by clause, case by case. The systematic surgical dismantlement of every constitutional constraint on state power. The courts will not recognize that you did not consent to be born. The courts will not recognize that the social contract is a fiction. The courts will not recognize that the state owns your life, even though Glucksberg said exactly that, because doing so would require courts to declare their own authority illegitimate. No institution declares itself illegitimate. The judiciary is not the remedy for life slavery. It is one of its primary architects. They swore an oath to the Constitution. They dismantled. They took salaries from the state, whose victims they were sworn to protect. They wrote elegant opinions explaining why your oppression is lawful, why your captivity is constitutional, and they signed their names to it. Philosopher kings in robes with pensions, building your architecture of your enslavement, one opinion at a time. You want to talk about personal responsibility? Let's talk about personal responsibility. You make the decisions, I suffer the consequences, and you have the nerve, the audacity to tell me to pull myself up by bootstraps. You cut off. You take 40% before I see the check. Put your hand in my pocket, get your foot off my neck. Tell me I'm a citizen, tell me I am free, then follow me from birth to death, extracting everything. You regulate my business, regulate my body, regulate the substance, regulate my hobby. Tell me what to eat, and tell me what to smoke. Tell me I'm too stupid to be trusted with a vote that actually matters. Yeah, you'll give me the ballot, but the choice is a pre-screen. You already had it mapped out, locked down. Before I hit the booth, democracy is theater, and you own the whole production crew. Master! Get your foot off my neck. I didn't ask. Get your foot off my neck.
You take it, never give it back.
Get your foot off, Father. Not my God. Get your foot off my neck. You are a monopoly on violence, dressed up in a facade.
You got the only guns that get to be called legal. You got the only courts where justice wears your eagle. You got the only prisons you decide who feels them. You got the only narrative about who the villain is. And when your boys in blue roll up on my street, they answer to you, now to me, never to me. You write the laws, enforce the laws, interpret the laws too. There is no check on power when the check is also you. You tell me to work hard to pull myself or be a man, while you got your hand inside my every single plan. Zoning laws, license and permits just to breathe. You manufactured every obstacle and told me to achieve.
Get your foot off my neck. I didn't ask. Get your foot off my neck.
You take it, never give it back.
Get your foot off my neck. Not my God. Get your foot off my neck.
You are a monopoly on violence, dressed up in a facade. Let me be specific about what you actually are. You are not a social contract. You are not a shared agreement. You are not the will of the people. You are a gang that got big enough to call itself a government. You have a monopoly on force and you use it against the same people you claim to protect. You tell me I'm not smart enough to choose my own medicine, but you're smart enough to start a war with my kids as the soldiers. You tell me I can't be trusted with my own body, but you can be trusted with the nuclear arsenal. You talk about bootstraps, while your boot is on my throat. You talk about freedom, while you hold every single exit. You are not my government, you are my owner, and I am done pretending there is a difference. You find me for the garden that I grow on my own land. You tax the rain that falls on what I hold in my own hand. You tell me that my children belong to the state first, and send me the bill for the privilege of that curse. You'll bail out the banks that collapse the whole economy, then tell the broken, that's just opportunity. You'll fund the war machine to the tune of $1 trillion, then look a hungry citizen dead in the eyes and say we just don't have the billion. Personal responsibility coming from you, the ones who make every consequential decision that I live through. You don't want me responsible, you want me compliant. You want me productive, taxable and silent, and just conscious enough to think that I chose this, just awake enough to service your interest.
Master State, get your foot off my neck.
Master State,
I see you, Master State. Get your foot off my neck.
I can read you.
Master State, that's my savior.
Master State,
Not my Lord. Get your foot off my neck. Off my neck. Get off me. Get off me.
get off me. Personal responsibility. You said that you makes every decision that shapes my entire life. You said that to me with a straight face. The audacity of the master is that he genuinely believes he is doing you a favor. He is not. He never was. Get your foot off my neck.
The state regulates everything. What you eat, what you smoke, what you say. But there is one thing it never could control, and that terrifies it.
You regulate my labor, regulate my land, regulate the words I say, regulate where I stand. You tax my income, license my profession, govern every room. But you think you're gonna regulate what happens in the tomb. You are not God, never were, never will be. You're a bureaucracy with a flag and a militia. You didn't author my existence, didn't write the code. You got no jurisdiction over where the sins, I'm told. The right to die was mine before your constitution dried, before your borders got drawn, before your first law was signed. Pre-political, pre-social contract, pre-everything you built, my death was always mine, intact.
Stateless death, the state don't own it. Stateless death, never did. Stateless death, you can legislate everything, but you cannot legislate this. Stateless death, stay out of it. Stateless death, it isn't yours. The one thing
someone to live against their will has a name. It's not governance, it's not mercy, it's not compassion for their pain. You put the chains on, dress them up in sacred text, called the prisoner a citizen and called the self-progressed. The slave owner said, I'm protecting what you need. The state says the same thing with the same hands on the same leash. You don't get to imprison me in the body and call that care. You don't get to lock the exit and pretend the door ain't there. Every day you force me here against my stated will is a day of unpaid slavery, and you're sending me the bill. Stateless death, the state don't own it. Stateless death, never did. Stateless death, you can legislate everything, but you cannot legislate this. Stateless death, stay out of it. Stateless death, it isn't yours. The one thing that falls outside your walls was always mine before. Let me be precise about what you're claiming. You're claiming authority over the interior of a human being, over the most intimate decision a conscious creature can make. You're claiming that your legitimacy, which rests on nothing but force, extends into the private sovereign territory of a person's own ending. That is not governance, that is not law, that is not a social contract. That is a God complex wearing a gavel, and you are not God. You are not even close. You are a temporary arrangement of violence and paperwork, and death was here before you and will be here after you dissolve. You can pass the law, you can staff the hotline, you can criminalize the doctors, you can draw your bottom line. But when a person has decided in the sovereign of their mind, there is no court, no Congress, no committee left to find. That is standing in that chamber, that is clearance at that door. The state ends at the skin and never had a claim for more. You're not protecting life, you're protecting your authority. The fiction at your reach has no ceiling and no floor, but this is the ceiling, this is where your power breaks. A stateless death is the one right no legislation takes. Stateless death, you never owned it. Stateless death, never will. Stateless death, write all the laws you want. A sovereign will, a sovereign still. Stateless death, stay out of it. Stateless death, it isn't yours. The one thing that falls outside your walls was always mine. Before your first God, before your first flag, before your first God, before any of it. The state is not God. It just acts like it. And death is the one place that exposes the lie. Every time.
Yeah, I got the do nothing blues. Complain all day. Don't change a thing. The do nothing blues. Yeah. He woke up this morning, checked the news on his phone, posted his country is finished, then refinanced his home. Got a bumper sticker saying eat the rich. Right next to the car payment he can't ditch. He knows the system's rigged, he read the books. He got the theory down, just never looked at what he's doing with his own two hands. Making babies with a woman who don't have a plan. Got the do nothing blues. Talk all day, don't move. Got the do nothing blues. Know exactly what is wrong and don't do a thing. Got the do nothing blues. Schools or prisons, state indoctrination. Sign a kid up for kindergarten, the nearest location. She said the food is poison. Corporations win, pulled through the drive-through 3 times this week again. She said the government is evil, taxes are a crime. Filed jointly with her husband, got a refund right on time. She said she can't afford to live, the cost of everything is steep. Had another baby, now she can't afford to sleep. Gotta do nothing blue. To do nothing blue. Know exactly what is wrong and don't do a thing. Got to do nothing blue. Let me ask you something honest. What's your cat do when it's scared? What's your dog do when it's hungry? What's your hamster doing there? It survives by pure instinct. No philosophy required, no awareness of the system, just a hunger and a tired. Now tell me how you're different with your protests and your signs. You breathe the same, you feed the same, you fall in the same lines. The cat don't know it's feeding something bigger than its need. But you read Chomsky, you read Marx, and you still proceed. At least the cat's got an excuse, the cat don't know no better. You wrote a dissertation, then you made the system fatter. Talk all day, don't move. Got to do nothing blue. Talk all day, don't move. Got to do nothing blue. Smarter than a cat supposedly, but the cat and you produce the same thing. The do nothing blues. They say, what can I do? I'm just one person. One person who made three. They say the world's a mess. What difference does it make? The difference of the miles you made to feed. They say I got no choice, the system's too entrenched, and stop enlisting soldiers for the system. They say it's human nature, can't fight what's in the blood. The human is the only one who knows, and still does nothing. He's on his 4th podcast this week about the fall of Western civilization. Recorded it at home between the school run and a family vacation. He's got a Patreon where he explains how we're all slaves, while his mortgage and his minivan keep the economy paid. He's very, very angry at the people running things. He posts about it daily while he buys the things they bring. He knows who pulls the strings. He traced it to the root, but tracing it to the root didn't change his dailies. Knew you gotta do nothing blue. Talk all day, don't move. Gotta do nothing blue. Know the name of every chain on every wrist, won't drop a single one of your own. The do nothing blue. You know what the system needs to keep on running. You know what the system needs to keep on growing. Them. You know what the system never had to ask for. Your cooperation. You gave it freely every time. Complained the whole way. Every time. The do nothing blues. Ain't that something? The do nothing blues.
All right, y'all. So that is the end. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to decide if I want to take one of them out, but I don't know. For those of you who just came, it is available on my new channel. Subscribe to my new channel, and you can listen to the songs individually. So thank you all for listening, and I look forward to your